into the news. Donald Trump's White House doctor, who Trump nominated for Secretary of Veterans Affairs, is having trouble getting confirmed by Congress. Dr. Ronnie Jackson is being accused of overseeing a hostile workplace, over-prescribing drugs, and even drinking on the job. Then again, I gotta say, I think I'd have a drink too if I had to check Donald Trump's prostate. Wouldn't you? Just to take the edge off, you know? A hostile workplace, prescription drugs and day drinking. On the bright side, today Ronnie Jackson was named as one of the new housewives of Beverly Hills. But how did it get this far? It's almost like nobody took the time to dig into his shady background and lack of judgment. To be clear, I'm talking about Donald Trump now. In other White House news, French President Emmanuel Macron is in Washington for the first official state visit of the Trump administration. And yesterday, he joined Donald Trump in planting a tree outside the White House. We've got a picture of them here. It was a historic moment. It really was. Usually, it's a lawyer who has to bury stuff for Donald Trump. So this was... The tree was a gift from Macron and his wife. Is this a good gift? I'm not an expert on diplomacy, but I can't think of a worse gift to give someone than saying, hey, here's some more yard work. But the visit got a little awkward today in front of the cameras. Take a look.
In fact, I'll get that little piece of dandruff off. We have to make him perfect. He is perfect.
He told the President of France that there's dandruff on his jacket in front of the whole world. You don't say that to someone's face. You say it behind their back. And then all have a good laugh about it, but not to their face. To be honest, though, it is nice just to see Trump being passive-aggressive instead of his normal aggressive-aggressive. Trump brushed dandruff off Macron's shoulder, but then it got even more awkward when Macron tried to wipe off whatever that stuff is all over Donald Trump's face. So he was like, oh, I think you've got something on your face. Oh, no, that is your face. Sorry. In other political news, at last night's Utah Jazz NBA playoff game, Republican Senate candidate Mitt Romney was spotted heckling an opposing player for committing his fourth foul. Here he is here.
A foul called. Westbrook to the Rubio for number 4.
He's holding up 4 fingers. Fun fact, 4 is also how dorky he looks on a scale of 1 to 3. Can we see that photo again? Look at him there. Nothing tells the voters, hey, I'm a regular Joe six-pack, like going to a game in a brand new jersey over a $700 Brooks Brothers shirt. And this was a strange story. A mailman in Brooklyn was caught stashing nearly 17,000 pieces of undelivered mail for more than a decade because he was overwhelmed by the amount he had to deliver. See? I knew Beyoncé wrote me back. I knew she did. I'm not crazy. She wrote, he didn't deliver it. The mailman told investigators he, quote, made sure to deliver the important mail. So basically, he's a human spam filter. I gotta be honest, this guy deserves some kind of award. And finally, a new Bloomberg article about eye disease suggests that by the year 2050, half of the world's population could be nearsighted, and eyeglass sales are expected to double in the next few years. Now, half of us will be wearing glasses by 2050. The other half will be the jocks picking on us. It will have upsides, though. Soon people will have a genuine reason to be squinting in their Instagram photos like this. They say this is going to happen in just 30 years, but I think this could happen sooner. Think about it. Half of this country voted for a guy who said, I have no plan, but trust me, I'll fix everything. Half of us are already pretty short-sighted.